Hi, this is Starkey Sowers, Director of Education for Clark's Nutrition and Natural Foods Market. Today I've got with me Ted Horshak from the Matthias Rath Humanities Foundation and Matthias Rath USA. So that's a mouthful right out of the gate, but we've been talking throughout the day today, and one of the first thoughts is I really want to delve into one of the topics we've been talking about, which is healthy cholesterol. Topic for everybody. Everyone's thinking about cholesterol all the time. And you guys have really provided some information throughout the years about it. A little bit controversial, but I want to hear it. So let's dig into it.
Well, if you go to the doctor says, okay, you've got high cholesterol, high blood fats, high triglycerides. What does that mean? That means of all the blood in your body, 2 or 3 pints of blood, it has high amounts of these particular blood lipids. So your whole body is bathed in this blood. Why is it, if all of my blood has these cholesterol and these blood lipids, how come I get cholesterol deposits in my coronary arteries?
Yeah, like we were saying, like not in your elbow or your toe
or your knee or anything like that.
Something else, right?
If the cholesterol was causing the plaque, then we'd have plaque all throughout our bodies.
Right.
And so what we've learned is that it's not cholesterol that's causing heart disease. It's heart disease that's causing high cholesterol.
And we do know that heart disease is directly related to inflammation.
Exactly, because what's happening is wear and tear. The arteries, especially the coronary arteries, they're constantly beating, constantly flexing.
And contracting and expanding on a regular basis.
Because that's how they work.
Right.
Arteries work, that's how they pump blood in the bodies. They expand to take up the volume of blood and then contract.
Like the heart.
Just like the heart. And so just like if you have a power tool or something like that, the electrical cord gets frayed because it's constantly being flexed. So too our arteries get frayed, they get damaged, and then what the body does, the body creates a caulk made out of cholesterol and an adhesive layer, and it just puts it into those cracks and damaged arteries. So it's
kind of like its healing mechanism.
It's an effort to keep it from getting any worse, like any kind of caulking mechanism. Well, that's what creates the plaque. So it's not the cholesterol that's creating this damage, it's the wear and tear, lack of optimum nutrients that you need.
Right. Okay, so with that established and that foundation set, what have you guys been doing to help in maintaining healthy collagen, elastin, and prevention of depositation, so to speak, of cholesterol?
Well, we've identified those nutrients that are particularly important for the synthesis and repair of collagen. Lysine, proline, vitamin C, manganese, copper, B vitamins, those nutrients, and we've put them together in a formula called cardiovascular health.
Yeah, now as we were talking, my wife got diagnosed from the doctor with high cholesterol. Her HDL, LDLs look good, but they said, hey, you got to start paying attention to this. So right away, this is one of the things I put her on.
Exactly. So this is like a starting point. This is a good multiple, and it has those nutrients that you need to begin to take to repair and
strengthen that collagen and elastin and get a healthy artery system.
And start breaking up the deposits of the...
so great foundational foundation. Would you add anything else for that?
Absolutely. Then the next step would be to add the healthy collagen.
Right, and I've got her on that too.
And that's going to give you the lysine, proline, vitamin C.
Well, I convinced her it was going to be good for her skin and wrinkles too. But that's another topic, but it's kind of fun. And then what also I needed to give her something for the cholesterol, because I think she just wanted to be satisfied with the idea of like, okay, I've got something I'm taking for my cholesterol to help a healthy balance of it as well too.
The healthy cholesterol formula helps your body, especially your liver, to normalize your level of cholesterol.
Right.
And it also helps with the other products to help keep your circulatory system healthy.
Right. And I feel like that's been a great comprehensive program that's worked with it. She doesn't have high blood pressure, but if somebody had high blood pressure, you guys actually have a formula for that as well.
We do. We've actually developed a program that has developed to support not only the healthy collagen, but also the smooth muscle cells.
Great.
The smooth muscles is what actually pushes blood through your body. The contraction of the smooth muscles in your artery wall is what pushes blood through your body. And this will help to relax the artery wall so they can take up that volume of blood, and then also help it to contract.
Perfect. So now I feel like we've got a great foundation for cardiovascular health. That's one of your primary messages. But I want to talk a little bit more about some of your other products as well, too.
Sounds great, Starkey.
So now let's move on to some of those condition-specific products. I feel like that's one of the strengths of the line, because you've got these items that you can literally like maybe walk in the door and you've got a modality or a problem or a complication, you can take one of these items. So let's develop that a little bit. Let's give me some information about your condition-specific
Well, we talked
products.
earlier about the healthy blood pressure product, which is for supporting the health of the circulatory system and the arteries and the artery wall and the flexibility of the artery wall. We have another product also for the cardiovascular system, which is called Healthy Heart Energy. Here we're concerned with the cardiac muscles and the nutritional support that the cardiac muscle requires. So this would be for that broad range of people who are concerned about cardiac specific injuries.
Right. So, I mean, that's really, like you were saying, very broad range. That encompasses anybody that's maybe got some cardiovascular complications.
Exactly.
So it's a great attribute to use with those.
And what we do is we pair up our cardiovascular health product with the Healthy Heart Energy to make a nice program and a more therapeutic program for that.
So I'm a little bit, my thoughts are going on this one. So I'll come back with it, but I'm thinking this might be an adjunct to use with a lot of different things. I mean, obviously there's complications, but somebody that maybe just wants to strengthen their heart too.
Well, precisely. And what we're finding is there's no need to wait till you're 70, 80 years old and then say, I wish I had taken the nutrients that I needed to keep my heart healthy. And so starting early in your 20s, 30s, and 40s, especially if you're a very physically active person in intensive activities.
Which I do.
Which you do. If you're playing football or soccer. Or,
heavy weightlifting.
Skydiving, whatever it is. So the Healthy Heart Energy will support the cardiac muscles. If you're a football player, for example, with bursts of activity, this will support the health of your cardiac muscle.
Okay, so I can see a lot of athletes that are younger,
right,
really maybe going into a product like this.
You can almost look at it as a targeted multiple. So that, the general everyday multiple could be for a person, just a general person. But if somebody wants to target it, who for cardiovascular health, right, that way you can combine these two and have an incredible targeted multiple program.
Good.
And then also for the healthy blood pressure formula, that's for endurance athletes. Because again, to give them
not just for blood pressure, but for endurance athletes
as well.
Great.
We also have the healthy immune support, and this would be an everyday kind of thing to take to keep your immune system healthy.
Right.
Healthy joints. Again, why wait till you have bad joints?
Hey, let's face it, I didn't. I started taking glucosamine when I was like in my 30s.
Exactly.
And I went through this formula. That's a great formula, by the way.
This will help give your joints the nutrients that it needs to provide lubrication and strength.
Great.
The healthy blood sugar. If you have an issue of blood sugar issue in your family, with diabetes, it would be good to get started on something to help your body manage the potential for high levels of blood sugar.
Yeah, and definitely keep up on the healthy lifestyle and everything else that you've got to do as well.
Well, we definitely recommend anybody who is concerned about their health should be exercising regularly, eating fresh fruits and vegetables, having a smart diet, plenty of
be heads up.
Heads up about that. If somebody, for example, has an issue, if I were a woman and my mother, my sister, my aunt, my grandmother all had breast cancer, I would want to be proactive.
Right. And that's a proactive formula for healthy cell growth.
Healthy cell growth.
Great. Well, Ted, I want to thank you so much for coming and spending time with us. Pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you very much, Starkey.
This is Starkey Sowers, Director of Education for Clark's Nutrition and Natural Foods Market. Thank you for being with us.